on.
Okay, we should be live.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay, play some music in the background as well. What are you playing?
I'm playing. It's some nice clarinet. It's nice.
Nice.
Fuck.
Do you have that, like,
It's like the oboe.
Music in the background as well.
Wait,
what?
It's up. I'm playing. It's up. Some nice clarinet.
It's up?
It's up.
I want to see if I can see it on Twitch. Nice. Twitch. Very ill prepared for that.
Fuck. Okay, it's actually.
Do you have that, like,
it's like the
search? Music in the background.
Alive.
Drop. Bear. Oh my god, is it Minecraft? Fortnite.
Sammy.
Drop bear. Yeah, what's that?
We're up. It's on.
I know we're up. Just wait.
No, I know, but like we're live here.
I know, I can see it.
But what are we doing? What are we supposed to do?
I don't know.
Okay, let's try and not swear too much too.
Fuck you.
Okay. Alright, you ready?
I don't know.
You ready to talk?
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, the clarinet's nice.
Try not to play.
Alright.
Try not to have it playing in the background because we get really.
Yeah, no, I just turned it off.
Okay.
I was just checking if it was on. Alright, so what's the biz? What's the go? Where are we going with this?
Welcome to the second iteration of the Drop Bear podcast. Streaming
Welcome.
live from Australia.
In 2 different states currently.
Well, same state, just different play. Anyway, where your I guess your speakers for today? I'm Max and
I'm Sam. Nice.
Yeah.
It's lovely to have you.
Lovely.
It's a very chilled out, relaxed environment here today.
It is. It's nice. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about a few things. Well, let's start with something just that is a bit on everyone's minds. And that is the release of Cyberpunk.
Yes. Well, not the release, but the release date and the possibility of it coming out, I guess. Well, let's have a gander. I do remember it being, like, postponed a couple of times for, I think it was just, like, how big the game was or something like that.
Right.
Release date full. 17th of September 2020. So it's close enough, I guess. I mean, it's this year.
Yeah, well, that's good. So,
that's
in the
good.
trailer, we saw, quite a cool cutscene, really. Like, I wasn't expecting the giant stabby arms. Not gonna lie.
Oh, no.
That was cool. That was a cool reveal, but... Yeah, so what?
I mean, the developers actually, they're they're made by CD Projekt Red, and the developers are CD Projekt and CD Projekt Red, which made games like, The Witcher 3. So, these guys are a good developing team. They don't post, things like, you know how EA always has the stupid fucking the E3 events where they post these like eccentric
lies
thing and lies in their releases. So CD Projekt Red always seem to give you true and to heart gameplay and visuals of what the game's actually going to come out and look like. And they also make Dying Light as well.
Wait, really? Oh, yeah.
And they're making Dying Light 2, I think. Oh, no, wait, hold on. No, they're not. Never mind.
Okay, well, anyway, like, I guess the biggest thing is, like, what should we be expecting from this? Is this going to be like a modern-day Assassin's Creed, or GTA Online? Like,
Uh,
nobody really knows. And that's...
Well, from the trailer, I think they sort of try and outline it a little bit to give like a bit of mystery, but also a bit of explanation to it.
Yeah.
They've given this sort of basis for the game that's like it's open world, it's story driven. You get to make your own character the way you want, sort of like Skyrim or not Borderlands, but Skyrim or like Fallout, basically RPG games
Well,
like that.
just finding out then that it's made by the same devs as The Witcher. Do you think it would have a Witcher vibe about it, you know? That kind of...
Yeah, well, a lot of developers, sort of like once they start developing a game and have new influences and stuff like that, they sort of change their image just dependent on a genre. They don't really stick with it. I mean, they probably will have the same game vibe to it. Like, I mean, developers like Bethesda, for instance, they've made Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout, all that stuff, but they've sort of stuck with the same sort of genre and vibe and feel to the environment. I mean, they've got different people like they had other developers making games like Fallout New Vegas, and that completely changed the feel of it, and Fallout 3. And then they got different developers in to also design Fallout 4, which is a completely different game to that. But same name.
Yeah. Well, if I were to guess what it would be like, part of me feels like it would... Have you ever played Saint Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives me a bit of a Saint Rose kind of vibe.
Saint Row vibe. Yeah.
Not the crazy kinky side of it, but more of the nice.
Well, this is an 18+ game and not a RA 8 RA 19+, or whatever you fucking call it. Yeah, MA.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's an RA 18+ actually.
Okay.
But so that means the game's probably just going to be a bit more.
I reckon it'll be more drug related than anything.
Yeah. Well, it's got a lot of the pictures are just like him smoking or him like in the trailer he's actually doing a bust, and he sells his shit to a drug dealer or a dealer of some sort. And well, I mean, I'm excited for it, and stuff like this is sort of like I think it's sort of gone hand in hand as well. Like this genre, it's sort of starting to bring up because we've like developers have gone through every other genre, like medieval, World War II, fucking modern era, and now they're going to futuristic because I mean,
which I love, by the way. Like like Watch Dogs,
the whole
awesome.
Oh god, yeah, this genre is going to be least exciting because you got so much availability for it. Because the future, you can. There's no limits to it.
Like Detroit Become Human, a perfect example of just how good it is. And it's a very story-focused game, but even though it doesn't have that lateral free roam or just free roam in general, it still delivers such a memorable experience. Like,
oh god, yeah. I mean, I haven't personally played it, but I've seen gameplay of it, which looks just absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah, and you could watch 5 different YouTubers or streamers play it, and it'll be different for each one.
Every time, yeah.
Which makes it unique. I don't know if Cyberpunk would follow along with this. Like, luckily it's not being made by Rockstar, because Rockstar, I love their games, but they just have a way of messing things up after a while, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people I've watched do reviews on the game of like Rockstars, and like they really put it into perspective of how the games are developed. Like sort of just a point and click PvP game, not PvP, PvE game where you're just sort of fighting.
Yeah, it's not
NPCs,
and there's no choice. You have to do it.
Yeah, it's
masked by the idea of free roam, really.
Yeah. They give you a map to walk around, but it's not freely roaming and making your own decisions.
Yeah, there's no variety. Well, yeah, so that's Cyberpunk. Unfortunately, we can't exactly unpack that any more than what we've got, really. Maybe when it gets a bit closer, we might be able to talk about it a bit more, but other than that, I want to talk about something that's, you know, it's close to home, because, like, I don't know if anyone who's watching this grew up with it, but the backwards lightsaber trend. Now, it's a bit of a low-res picture, so mind that, but it, you know, where did it really start? Like, I've been wondering, was it Starkiller or Ahsoka?
I mean, Ahsoka's sort of really like Starkiller. I'm gonna be honest.
I think
That's
it
sort of
was
something that
Starkiller.
older like younger kids, sort of played with. Because I mean, those games were amazing for me as a kid. I
Yeah,
fucking
like
loved them. They were amazing.
every young Star Wars fan knows Ahsoka. But
No,
do they
yeah.
know? Is it Galen Merrick, known as
I think that's
Starkiller?
his name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Galen Merrick.
or something like that. And he just made backwards lightsabers so cool. Like, everyone wanted to do it, and everyone wanted it. The most unergonomic way. Like, if you're fighting backwards, you're not going to help yourself, but it just looks so cool. Like, let's be real. And then when the second one came out, everyone shit themselves because he had 2 backwards lightsabers.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think people are really drawn to like the new style of it because Ahsoka's sort of brung it up in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars series as like something that's
no
new
one
and
saw
refreshing.
it.
Because you can always see in the movies, like every now and again, you'll see someone like Ventress. She's got backwards lightsabers every now and again.
Yeah, but
And
it was just the constant form that they used. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's something that's so unique to different characters that I wouldn't. You could say they're like main role characters, but the backwards lightsabers sort of just unique to side characters and something like that.
But then it
That's
just
got
went
deep
ham.
lore.
It went ham. Like everyone
Yeah.
and everything decided, let's flip this sword around and hold it backwards.
Yeah.
Like, Dishonored,
Exactly.
I think, did it too, just for a bit. Just how he holds it. Like, I know that's how you hold a knife, but it was pretty big sword knife thing.
Yeah.
It's cool, but yeah, like
20-inch machete.
yeah, and you're holding it backwards. Like,
Yeah.
it must have pretty big forearms, but yeah, I loved it. It was cool, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just interesting. Like, what was so cool about it? They just held it like
Backwards. And
backwards.
It had this giant uproar. Of like,
Yeah.
Oh my god,
he can do it backwards too. Like, yeah. Like, I remember, like, when the double-bladed lightsaber with Maul came out, and everyone just shit themselves because they're like, you can have double, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna make it backwards. Hey, sequel, we're gonna do double backwards. Yeah,
everybody just like absolutely blew up.
Yeah.
That's another thing as well. Like, I think that really brought up a lot of stuff for me. Just saying that it's like with the whole new Star Wars series coming out, because basically the main storyline sort of plummeted with the
Which one?
end of
Are you talking about Clone Wars?
the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that was.
I loved it, honestly.
I
can't
liked
say
it.
that it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie, and I think it just ticked all the right boxes. You know what I mean?
It's all up to perception for people. Like, die-hard fans are always like, man, it's very bad.
Yeah, but that's because
the story's not how I wanted
look,
it.
it's not my favorite era of Star Wars, but like, it was good. It brought back a really good bad guy, explained why Snoke was such a crap character, and it just had an over-the-top fight scene at the end where everyone was just like, whoa.
On the edge of their seats, yeah. Well, I think the thing that with those types of film directors was, I think at the start, they focused on cinematography too much because they were trying to sort of bring in something new to the Star Wars genre, which was just trying to make it look visually appealing instead of having a storyline that's driven. But they didn't understand that they probably had a general idea that's like, oh, well, these people love the storyline so much that they want to keep it like this, but they wanted to tinker with it a little bit. And that new, what's that new chick's name that was actually like behind the whole thing with Disney and stuff?
Right.
No. The director, I can't remember her name, but everybody absolutely like shit on her for it. Star Wars director. Yeah, no, she got so much backlash for it, but she people think she ruined it. I mean, she has pretty much shit on the whole genre's like storyline. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't hate some things about the story. Like, it's pretty like up there in terms of bad shit happening. it turned out to be pretty pleasing. I mean, they ended it well to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's overall it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. Cinematography just hit the right spot for me. It's not always storyline as well.
Well, the story
Like-
just summed up what needed to be summed up, you know? Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's not much else you can talk about.
mm,
Like, it's been pretty much like this. If you go into like Reddit threads or like different websites that are devoted towards like canon lore, you could just sit there for hours and hours just reading the different lore because you don't have to constantly like demand movies that are so like
mm. Well,
delved into the lore and stuff.
well, okay. Well, yeah, it just did everything right.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, backward lightsabers.
Strove a little bit off the topic there, but
did.
it's a cool concept. Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
And then like the ones that spin on Rebels.
yeah.
That
Well, I mean,
ugh.
I think the people that make the visual designs
They
for
make
stuff
toys
like
that
the
do that.
lightsabers, yeah, I don't know how they make these designs. I mean, they make some pretty like half-ass looking things.
And
like,
then they make some cool ones.
yeah, they got like nunchuck lightsabers and stuff.
Dude,
I don't know how that works.
The coolest ones, easily, the Baton ones. Have you seen those?
Yes. Yes.
That thing, oh. I
It's
think
good,
the
yeah.
only time they've been used, like, in, like, moving sense, like, not in a book, like, in, like, a video sense, is in, was it the first, Force Unleashed game? With that white chick on the ATST?
Oh yeah. No, I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
Yeah, she used them, but other than that, and they're not used because like everything in Star Wars has laws, which is awesome, but
Mm.
they're not used because they're really dangerous to wield. Just like double bladed lightsaber, like everything, you know, like it's a sword. Like you drop that on your hand, it will cut it off. It's a sword. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a metal sword where you drop it on your hand. Oh yeah, it just got in halfway. That like it's not exactly a good situation, but you know, you're left with half a hand at least. Mm.
Oh well, I think that's what I loved about Star Wars as a kid as well. It's just like how much, like even at like the start of when Star Wars was first sort of becoming such a mainstream thing. I mean, back in the day, like with the whole
It went
old
crazy.
series, it went crazy, yeah.
But when it
sort of, like,
revived,
downhill in popularity. It revived itself as well, yeah, with the whole like games and all that, with like Battlefront 2 and 1, and the original Star Wars Battlefronts as well. They were good.
yeah. Well, let's talk about. Oh no, you're right.
No, you go. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna change topics. So you, well, not change.
Oh.
Well, yes.
I mean, I think Star Wars is just like such an expansive thing that you can just build off, and I think that the directors and developers of games sort of strive to do that. Like Star Wars Fallen Order, that's a whole new storyline,
Oh yeah, but
and I was blown away by that game.
it was. That's good. Well, let's talk about
Phenomenal.
something that's kind of been a concern and exciting thing, and it's the new Clone Wars season.
Oh yes.
Now, I've been watching it because it's just a.
I've watched only up to episode 3.
You
so-
ever realize when you watch, like cartoons from when you're a kid, how non-violent they are?
Oh god, yeah.
Like, I can't believe how well they have steered from cutting people up.
Non-violent things. Yeah, I know.
Like they cut the gun and then they push them away. And you know what? That's okay, because the first time I was ever like properly disturbed by that was when Ventress actually stabbed a dude. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was worried. I was like, "Oh my god, you can actually! Oh whoa, man! Like it's not a robot. This isn't
Yeah,
okay." But it's crazy. And like you know, I watched it, and I'm just like, I don't know why it was so much better, but I want violence, not like,
Yeah.
but like I
mean,
need,
not like to,
not
sort of
like-
trying to spice it up.
yeah, not like Doom where like you know, you rip out Ahsoka's heart and then
Dude,
see it
yeah.
pumping in your hand. Like, I mean, like, you just see people get cut up.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't sound any better, but it's
No.
there's a lot.
Well,
It's cool. Like,
yeah.
it's definitely not how I remembered it, and it was really
Yeah.
cool when I remember. But
Yeah.
it it if you've been watching it, the first episodes are pretty average. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but lately, it's been getting spicy.
Picking itself up. I need to get back into it.
Dude, Maul's in it.
Oh, dude.
Oh, but here's another thing that like annoys the crap out of me. I know that these certain people aren't going to die because it's just canon. There are movies with them in later, and like I remember watching episode 3 and just scream. Well, when I was younger, just so we're all, you know, Max is a psychopath. You know, getting angry at the TV because Anakin turned to the dark side again.
Yeah.
It's like, no, yeah. But, you know, you see Maul and, you know that he's just going to survive because he's in Rebels.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the one thing that Star Wars... Oh, I'm going to go with Star Wars again, just sort of trying to boost it back up again. But Star Wars always tries to make it a way that it sort of... It gives you an idea of something that's going to happen. You think that basically, oh, well, this person's like dead or alive in the next like movie, so obviously shit's going to happen. But something they always do every single time is surprise you with a backstory that you didn't know. And they just shove it back into the canon universe and just, you're like, whoa, okay, I had no idea that happened.
Well, what I'm excited is I could bet good money that you're going to see how Ahsoka escapes Order 66.
Oh, yes.
With Rex.
Oh, yeah, you never find that out. I mean, that's another thing.
Well,
like,
there's always the book, but you don't actually see it. And I've been watching it, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is the lead up. Because the attack on Coruscant's happening. You know, it's all just going crazy. Okay, I think we've dove way too far into Star Wars because people, you know, we're nerding out a bit here. So let's get a bit back on track.
The next topic. Yeah.
Let's talk about memes. Now, we're going to try and steer clear of obvious things.
Yeah.
But a meme which is like an offspring of that, which I've been seeing heaps of, are homeschooling memes.
Yeah.
And they're hilarious. The videos are hilarious.
Funny,
and you just see people trolling. You know, like, I really want to figure out how you can kick teachers. Because I've seen it. And it's just, it's amazing. It really is. Like, it's like, just talking about memes in general here. Like, it's crazy how many there are made. Like, the people go out there and make them.
Yeah.
And someone has to have made that. Like, I think we forget that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the thing with memes now is that it's sort of trying to go to this side of things where people are using them so goddamn often that it's normal.
yeah, it's not normal. It's not okay.
It's not. And people go to the extent, like, I mean, it's probably been realized way before stuff like that. But like stuff now, I mean, they're sort of getting, I mean, a little less over the top. Like back when I used to, like, I used to be a memer myself back in the day. But it's stuff like 9/11, like
that sort of stuff.
It's desensitized. Like they sort of get numb to the picture and image of shit that's generally tragic. Like, there's some stuff that is pretty funny, but
there's some stuff which you just shouldn't touch.
Really messed up. Like, dark humor, just basis of dark humor.
Okay, let's be real here. Who made dead baby jokes? No one asked for it.
No one asked for it. It's
and
just
they were
there.
just like, "Hey, Bill, I got it." And then he said it, and everyone looked at him awkwardly, and he was never talked to again. And he's just been posting since.
Yeah.
Like, it's a worry. There are people out
mean,
there
admit it.
making these things. Like, it's okay because they're not going to harm you, but it's the people who care about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the things like that are really bizarre.
Mm.
Like just
Reddit
it's just
in
the dark
general.
humor. Real dark humor is just I don't understand it.
It's pretty messed up. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I just can't get behind dead baby stuff. It just.
I don't think anybody can. Just a
Nah,
normal.
I think everyone just. If you say that at a party, you are taking a very risky chance.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's why I try my best to sort of steer clear of like real deep dark web shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like memes.
Yeah, it's just. Oh. Ew.
But there is some pretty fucking like you can just like from the picture on the podcast like
That's
right now,
what he looks like.
That is exactly what you can.
That is
visualize for
a
person.
police PD. They've drawn that. The sketch artist.
That's a current that's a sex offender right there.
Yeah. Closest thing to it.
More than that.
Well, that's another one. There's a meme song about that. And we're okay with it.
I know.
The sex offender shuffle. We know these things.
It's stuff like that, yeah.
It's
Oh god.
like it was so like, oh my god, Reddit, right? They have the nastiest shit on there. Okay, there's no, you know, like, okay, you can have the R18 thing off so your kid's safe and whatever. But we all know we turn that thing on so we can see everything.
Yeah.
And the stuff that's on there, like, once upon a time, for someone to see someone dying was like, whoa. You know, this is like not okay. And now you see kids in Africa jumping off of like a few, like, you know, 20-meter high poles, and you just see their body bounce off the ground. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Holy shit.
It's just, that's just Reddit, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like.
It's so normal.
Like, it's normal. Like, you know, like, if you've ever been in a class and you're like super bored and like you have a few good mates, you're going to play Reddit 50-50. And the shit you see on that, like, I've done it. And let me tell you, like, we've gone, what the fuck? Because we're like, we don't do this normally. But like, we're.
I mean, in my free time, on the weekend, we sort of had this meeting place.
Nah, but I don't do that sort of crap. But, you know, we do it and it's just normal. Like, some people can just stomach it because they've just been so exposed.
Yeah.
It's messed up. It's pretty messed up.
It is bizarre. Yeah. I mean, it just gets worse and worse. Like, every now and again you get like a soft patch of people being like, oh, look at this meme. It's fucking dude on a toilet.
Yeah.
Flying up into the roof or something.
Yeah.
And the next month you'll have some dude getting split in half. Or a dude landing on a pole off a 3-foot.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on that.
Was disgusting.
And everyone knew it. Everyone knew it.
Yeah,
it was the thing. You hear about. Did you hear the 3-foot pole guy? What? And then, like, they show you without you even wanting to show them, and then you just.
Yeah, they just.
fastest
speed a man has ever.
And it's amazing how they do it too. They just show you, and you're like, "Oh, check out this," and then it's Nicolas Cage's face, and then they zoom out, and it's a dick.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? That one's like. It's not normal, guys.
No.
And this is normal now. We're making it normal. And, you know, what the excuse is? Meme is a way to cure depression. And by all means, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. But not that stuff.
No.
It's like.
People use it as like a personality trait as well now. which is
Yeah, that annoys me.
absurd.
That annoys me.
It's
Like,
people on like Instagram are like, "Oh, look at this! I'm an Instagram like."
but it's not even that. It's
I'm
when
an
people
Instagram
do
influencer, I
it
got
in
memes.
person
Yeah, I know.
that you're like, okay, but it's meant for a phone.
Just-
There's a time and place,
It's a home thing.
and currently we're at a funeral. Like, but,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
bizarre shit
you know, like they get up and fucking, you know, wedding toast. What's the deal with airline shit? You know, like it's just not.
Oh man.
It's not relevant, and you know, it's relevant to them because it's just a meme.
You can just visualize the type of person that would do that.
Oh yeah,
Just this real big buck.
I have
dude.
my go-to guy for it. I just always think about it.
buck-toothed dude, just like real neckbeard looking fella. Just walks up.
What? No,
"Oh, dude,
waddles
remember
up.
that time back- Yeah, remember when they had that 9/11 meme? And instead they put the plane, they put Thomas the Tank Engine. Here, I'll show you my phone. And
What
it's
about
just
the
like,
Toy Story one?
oh, God.
I'm not
It's-
aiming for the truck.
For the truck, yeah. No.
What the fuck?
I mean, there's some that are actually funny, but
Just not.
people do take it too far.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's funny once, and then like you sort of just try to leech out of it, like, oh, look how funny this is. Bunch of people died in a tragic event.
So bad.
I mean, if somebody like,
It's just.
I think people are doing that as well because they have so much freedom with it,
Mm.
because they got no backlash. Like, if someone did that
Oh yeah.
and
In public,
it?
you always see the ones who try to do it in person, and they always get the dirty looks.
yeah, well, like, it's not a public thing ever. Never would that be a public thing to do.
Like, I guess if you're with your mates, but like, even sometimes I don't even want to see that.
No, neither.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes I just take a break off social media to see like fucked up shit all the time. I mean, I've seen some pretty bizarre stuff, like
Oh yeah,
dude being skinned.
I've seen a
that-
guy being blown up by an RPG. This wasn't my choice.
Yeah, no.
These
like,
aren't our
sometimes
choices.
pull
They
shit
just
out
do
and
it.
It's like, oh, look how funny this is. This is my personality.
I'm
But, you know,
quirky.
people are
No, you're
just,
going to
"I'm
jail.
quirky."
Like,
Yeah, you're currently on a black watch list, okay?
yeah. You know, they have all these jokes about the FBI, but I'm kind of glad that they exist for people like that.
Yeah, for people like that, yeah.
Okay, well,
I mean,
going off of that, like, let's
yeah,
talk.
that's
Let's
just a
talk
topic
about
for
the
another
app.
day or something.
No. Like, go on. Like, you know, FBI people, right? How, like, we say
Yeah.
it's the FBI watching. It's not the FBI. It's something else. I remember I read this thing. Anyway, point being, do you ever
Internet
just
provider.
have
It's
to use a VPN to just look at some stuff?
Yeah.
Not like, I'm not talking about, you know, what weird stuff. Like, I'm talking about, like, random questions you have, like, I don't know how to explain, like, how to make a bomb, but not, like, for terrorism, like, just something really weird and fucked up that you don't want to be on your FBI's, like, monitor, but you
Well,
just
there is stuff
have
like
to
that,
know.
where it's like a search engine that if you type something in, it'll like ping up on like I don't know
Oh,
a
yeah.
local police.
No, like,
station
I'm not
or
saying, like,
the-
so I've wanted to know how to make a bomb, but, like, that's probably the
Like,
best
no, I
ex-
haven't been able to say it.
yeah.
I mean, I've gone on incognito and it still didn't work. But hey, God.
But yeah, it's just, and it's interesting because it actually does strike a lot of fear into people,
Yeah.
and it's good.
Well, I mean,
It's enough, and
it's-
that's
yeah,
it stops
people from doing
it
shit
stops
like that.
terrible things. Well, yeah. Well, let's go. You know, it's dark web then. If we're gonna go with that, like, you know, again, if any VPN sponsors want to come on, I'm
we're
like
all-
seriously,
even Old Spice, like anything.
Well,
Just
we will take
$3,
anything.
$2 for an hour of sponsorship. We'll do it.
But yeah, like, let's, like, you know, the dark web, right? How it's like,
Yeah.
you know, how the Internet Explorer is the tip of the iceberg, and then you have the dark
Yeah.
web.
The dark web.
Part of
the
me-
forbidden place that very many people know how to get into.
Yeah.
But apparently don't.
But part of me, like, doesn't believe that. Because if you think about it, if the dark web has that much on it, right?
Mm.
Then that's an insane amount. Like, I mean,
Gotcha.
an insane amount. Like, what? Is every criminal now a fucking website creator? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they go, like, it's, the internet's only the tip. Like, I get it. You go onto the dark web, you'll see a lot more gruesome stuff. But you're not going to see that one Smosh video that was banned off YouTube. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not all bad. It can't be. Like, I get it. If you go into the dark web, you got to use a VPN, or else some Russian dude's gonna track you, and then it's gonna kidnap you because you're home alone, and you
Yeah.
decide to do some weird shit with your friends.
Yeah. There's. You gotta be real careful with it. I
It is.
I've seen people that've been able to go on the
Oh
dark web,
yeah, heaps.
like
I
seeing
know
websites where
people
it's like,
when they were kids do it,
fuck.
and
Yeah.
they were like, "It's just the dark web," you know. And it's
Yeah.
okay. You can
so
buy
okay
some
with it,
messed
don't
up
realise
stuff
that-
on there, but like, if there's so much on there, it can't all be bad.
No.
I reckon it's more like pirated stuff, like media.
The stuff that gets deeper and deeper into the dark web, it does get bad. Like, I mean, this is probably like one of the mediocre things that you can see on the dark web, like stuff like being able to actually hire a hitman to kill like a family member,
Mm,
which is just absurd that people can actually do that.
but they can,
And
and that's just enough.
yeah, it's bizarre.
It's weird for us though, because we're normal.
Yeah, we're normal, and it's just like
It's a privilege.
yeah. God,
It's
just hope to God your child, when it comes out like 10 years time, he's not like, be careful, mum. You keep yelling at me to do the dishes, I'll get my hitman on you. And you know he's not fucking joking.
yeah. Well,
He'll
like,
actually get the hitman.
and the thing that annoys me a lot about the internet, normal internet now, is that it's so kid friendly now, and it annoys me. Because when I
Yeah.
was a kid, you know, we grew up with all the bloody, you know, beheadings and shit that you just every
Yeah.
Joe Blow would see it now. But you know,
Yeah.
you would just grow up with it, and you know, you had all the good stuff and all the bad stuff, and it was safe, and that's okay. But like mainstream media sources like YouTube and that, I don't think it's fair. Like, you know, copyright music, right? I understand that
Yeah.
to a certain extent. Or
Yeah.
like saying, or like having too much gore in a video. Like, I get that if you
Mm.
say plus 18, but people get completely demonetized.
I know.
And it's not fair, because that's their creative outlet. And they've just
Yeah,
gone,
exactly.
well, no.
Completely shut off from it.
It's just like, it's annoying. And it's just a factor, and I understand that. And I understand there are a lot of kids out there who do that, but like, you know, you talk to kids nowadays, and they're, well, not you know what I mean, but you talk to like younger generations now, and they're all already scarred from it. You know,
Yeah.
they already have their phone with, you know, the weird shit they see on all that stuff
Yeah.
saved. So there's no real point in, you know, changing
Yeah.
it if it's
Well,
already done.
I also find that it's really interesting with all this web shit coming out that it's like some people can't handle, like,
Oh my
seeing
god,
something like
that
Some
stuff
people have different
annoys me. It's like, if you
And
don't
people
want
are
them
like,
to
"Oh
see
my
it,
God,
do it. Like, don't ruin it for everyone, man. Come on.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people that use that as an excuse. They're like, "Oh, I've got some mental disorder." I mean, like, you got to take into consideration. Yes, there is people out there that have mental disorders, and no offense to them at all. Like, it's a real problem.
But it's
there is
not
people
the
that
internet's
actually do it.
responsibility.
Exactly.
It's a
that is your
choice to go
choice.
on there. It's not a, you know, it's something else.
I know, but it's just people really use it as like an outlet to try and explain and give attention to themselves. They're like, "Oh, I saw this happen on Thingo and I'm so traumatized. I need to go see a psychologist." I mean, there is like sometimes there's a good reason that, oh, you've seen something like absolutely appalling, like a baby being fucking run over or something. Like
That shit, and that's
that's like real
yeah.
fucked up shit. But yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, that's. I think we've
it's a
explored that. It's a
thing we
good.
delved to.
It's
It's a good
something.
topic.
It's a
but
good
it's just
topic,
something
but
that,
it just gets depressing.
I know it's just bad and it annoys me.
Well, let's talk
But
about
anyway,
something else that's a bit sad,
a
but
more a
a
bit
bit
sad, but a little bit
interesting.
uplifting. as
Yeah,
well.
David Attenborough.
The
David,
legend himself.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Probably the closest thing to Jesus Christ.
Closest thing to white Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
He's just awesome. He's just really good at his job.
You can't say.
You
On
can't
the
say
spot
you've
right
watched
now,
a
Max, on
documentary
the
and
spot,
it's not been good.
yeah, on the spot right now, think of one thing that's bad about him.
Nothing.
Exactly.
He's
Exactly.
British.
There's
That you just can't
he's
get it.
British. I
It's just
know.
nothing wrong with him, you know? He's
He
just.
would legit be immune if he was Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
Like nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
I don't want to be like the dude that's stereotyped, but probably the only thing you can make fun of the British is their teeth.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, everybody's like, oh.
But even he's not too bad with that. Anyway,
No.
Look, let's get real. Love David, but, you know, he's getting a bit older. And one day, we're not going to
True.
be able to have David Attenborough narrate our.
Wildlife experiences.
Yeah.
Like some kids are gonna go on YouTube and be like, "Wow, this dude's amazing."
Who's
Where is
David
he? And you're just gonna
Attenborough?
be, and you're just gonna
And
sit
we're
there
going to
in
say,
your chair,
well, he's kind of 6 feet
rocking,
under in a grave.
sitting in your rocking chair on the porch with your bottle of whiskey, just sitting there like,
Yeah.
he passed.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, 10 years ago. Pretty hard. Really hit us home.
Yeah. It'll be just as hard as when Seal dies. Holy
I
crap.
think I'll actually cry when he dies.
It will
I
be.
genuinely think I'll cry.
He's just. He's just. He's just done such a good job, and like it's sad. Like what like you can't really narrate with a heart monitor in the background. You know what I mean? Like how long do you push it too?
Yeah.
Like, do you think he should just finish the Planet Earth
Fucking
series and just call it?
No, you know what he should do? Just go out in a big bang, just fucking fist fight a silverback gorilla.
But the thing is, like,
Oh,
although I don't like, I've watched a few, but I've never seen him out there. He just narrates.
Yeah. No, what? No, back in the day, dude.
He
Like,
used to go out there.
he was out there. I mean, he's probably too old to fucking go out and hike. You get about halfway and his kneecaps would start clicking and he'd collapse. But, like, back in the day, that man was like.
Yeah, well, you can only get your
Tarzan.
drips so far, you know.
He was like Tarzan back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, stuff in like the 1990s, dude. Like, he had stuff where he was going after like really exotic birds that were really rare, and he'd sit there like on a bush the other side. These birds are like seen very rarely, and he's just sitting there chilling, narrating. The birds like, yeah, this is cool.
And
But
there are people who can try to do what he did.
yeah,
Like, you had Steve Irwin, but we don't talk about
Yeah.
Steve. And you had
the
you
legend.
had a
himself.
few other. Well, not really. You
Yeah.
got Morgan Freeman, who's good at narrating movies, but other than that, like, you know, it's sad to see another generation of actors start to
Mm.
go. You know, you got Harrison Ford, you got Morgan Freeman,
God.
Tom Hanks, Jim
Stan
Carrey's
Lee.
even kind of getting there.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah,
Like
he's-
he's doing a Stan series, which isn't him at all. Like, I want another Ace Ventura before he quits.
Yeah.
One more, just
One more.
just one more kicker. But it's just another generation that's just about to go.
Yeah. It's just. It's sad. It really
It
is.
is.
I mean, I've loved him as a kid all the time.
But he's
Loved
good. Like
documentaries.
Sonic the movie. Unfortunately, I had to watch that, but he saved it. It wasn't that good. I'm not gonna lie. Like the voice acting, It was alright, but like, and like visual effect, like overall, like visually amazing. The story, I just saw it because I had to, because my friend had his little brother, and we couldn't watch the what's it, that one with the drug one. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway, I
yeah.
couldn't. I had to watch this one. It was
It
kind of
it
a
was a
waste of
gunpoint
time, but it
situation.
was nice to see Jim Carrey again because he's just
Yeah,
so good, so good.
yeah.
I could go on like for a whole podcast about Jim Carrey. He is
Jim
the
Carrey
man.
is amazing.
He
There's a
is.
lot of people who are like, "Oh, Jim Carrey's not funny
But you
because he's
don't
got such
see
a weird
him.
eccentric humor." But you don't. You just
He's so
you
good.
can't not laugh at certain
Like,
things. Ace Ventura was like
oh my god. And his
amazing.
movies were so good. And now he's gone on to this Stan series. I forget what it's called. I've watched like 2 episodes and it's too depressing. It is so
Mm,
depressing to watch. Because it's legit about his career just going downhill.
yeah.
Fictional career.
Damn.
Mm,
Far out, dude. It's really
yeah.
going downhill for him.
Well, it's not, but he just needs to get back into the movie business, if you ask me.
I mean, he's probably lost his touch. He's just getting to
Nah,
that
he
age. Just
hasn't. That Sonic movie proved to me that he's still got it.
he's still
Mm-hmm.
kicking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's probably still saying that he's business, but it's just it's sad, man. Like
Oh yeah.
you're gonna miss him, but there's always stuff there you can remind yourself
Oh
about it.
yeah.
But aside from the depressing shit, there's always gonna be
The
new stuff
new,
coming out.
the
There's
new.
always new direct. There's always
Tom
new lead
Holland,
actors coming in.
amazing actor.
Oh yeah, Tom
I
Holland, amazing
cannot
actor.
get enough of this. He is the bee's knees. Like, he's just good. I like him.
Mm,
He's a cool dude. And, he just does his job well.
yeah, he just absolutely smashes it.
Yeah, like he had all those like um early 2000s actors that you saw in all those like comedies
Yeah,
now who are like kind of like 30s, 40s now, and you're like, that's a bit nasty. But
yeah.
like, yeah, they were good. Like I haven't seen it yet, but that the main guy, the main kid off of Zombieland?
Yeah,
Yeah, him. He is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
He is
yes.
actually just a cool actor. And like, there's so many, like all the cast from Star Wars again. They're all good actors.
Yeah.
Dude, I got it. I know who that the guy who plays Kylo Ren, Adam.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. Adam Driver,
Oh
the
my
most.
god, the man,
There's so
the
much
myth.
variety.
He is so good, so good.
Kylo Ren, Logan Lucky, Black K Klansman. Like, I mean, that's probably not okay to say on stream, but the movie.
That it's
Like,
it's a movie.
it's amazing.
It's a movie.
Amazing. It's a great
It's
movie.
it's a movie.
Really opens your eyes.
Keep your
to,
knickers on. It's a movie. Yeah.
it's a movie.
Yeah,
Amazing movie.
but he's just good because he's good at being a bad guy, a good guy. He has such a variety,
He's
and
acting. He's really good.
it's
at playing a
just
stern character,
good.
but also someone who's emotional.
And you get it
There's
like
another movie. There's
we
other
gotta
movies
find
as well,
another
like-
movies with him in it.
There's one that was it's really sad and really emotional. It's about like a relationship between him and his wife, kid.
Oh yeah, I've wanted to
And-
watch that.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's extremely sad. I watched like the first 20 minutes of it, and it's like already pretty sad.
I was out of tissues. Um.
But he's just got so much variety in what he can do,
Oh
and he's
my
just such an amazing actor at the start.
Oh yeah,
And he's not getting old anytime soon. He's like what, in his mid-20s,
30s, I would say.
30s, I'd say, yeah.
Early
20s,
30s.
Early 30s, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, awesome actor. It's
Amazing.
like, and he's already been in Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's got lead roles in like some of the biggest series ever, and just big movies that are just amazing.
Okay, well, quickly hopping back on the whole Ahsoka thing. Ahsoka's a fan favorite for a lot of people. And Sam, if you look at the Twitch feed, I'm about to put up a picture of Ahsoka. Okay?
My thing's updating. Windows is updating. For God's sake.
Okay, well, there's a picture of them. So, it's rumored that there's going to be an Ahsoka series. Now, this isn't a podcast about Star Wars, but I want to talk about what Ahsoka looks like, because I don't know if I should be afraid or okay with this.
Yeah.
Like, you see a lot of, like, cosplayers, and Ahsoka, to a lot of people, is someone who just should not come out of the screen. Just, keep him as a cartoon character and do not let them become a person. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not as bad as it could be, but the eyes do look like they want to eat me.
Yeah.
Can you see
Definitely.
that, Sam?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
My thing's at 98%.
I'll send it.
That's nearly done. Chuck it on Discord.
I'll
if you can.
chuck her on Discord for you, bud.
Just
chuck her into you.
Another good video.
Yeah, it's odd. I don't know if I should be afraid or not.
Yeah, no, that's something that shouldn't be.
Yeah, it shouldn't,
allowed.
right?
That's like.
But it's better than
That's
most.
literally
I've
shame.
seen a lot worse.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, the eyes could be less sadistic. That's really
I
what
think
freaks
that
me
was a
out.
Photoshop thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
No, that's the real person.
Well, let's
They're
talk about
parallel
like
fucking
characters that shouldn't come to life, or characters that have. Like, Have you seen that Peter Griffin?
Oh my god.
How
dude,
good,
no.
how alike does that guy look?
He does.
I bet he's a prick. Like, he looks like it, but he looks
Really up
identical
himself.
to him.
Gotcha.
He doesn't have a neck. He has the glasses, the hair, everything about it. Like, it's amazing. I'm not trying to make fun. That's just a really big characteristic. Like,
Yeah.
so many. Like, what? Like, Ahsoka. I don't know if they should come out of the cartoons.
No.
And,
Just stay in cartoons. I mean, you'd sort of have to try and meet it into the universes as like a separate series as they're doing, but
Mm.
you just need to sort of be
It's
careful.
dangerous. It's real dangerous.
It's like a
Thin
minefield.
ice. Thin ice
Dangerous
minefield.
fan fiction.
Can you imagine that?
Exactly.
There's a crack in
God.
between two mines. Pick what you step on. Hop over it, boom. Or crack into the thing.
God.
You're gone. And like, I mean, this is like a running river underneath, so like, you're not finding that hole if you jump in.
Nah. Not at all.
What is the
God.
deal with people playing on thin ice?
I don't know.
You see it in
It's
movies
it's
and
such a-
shit. Well, I've never seen thin ice in person.
I have. It's
I'm not ever
it's
gonna
something
touch
that's,
it.
like, terrifying. No.
Like, if you dare someone to jump into a hole where there's just this little hole where you can come out from,
Yeah.
you're
You know
asking
what
them to
something
kill
terrifies
themselves.
me?
Drowning.
Actually, like, I remember we were playing, like, recently I've been playing Subnautica, and we sort of finished the game together recently. And that's
Good
something
game.
that scares the shit out of me. Anything that involves water that's, like, really deep that I can't see scares the shit out of me. Like,
Dude,
everyone could admit it. I mean, some
If
people
you-
with free diving
there's a
are sure
hotel
they
that's like that. They have made it right, so about up to halfway up the hotel, dead down the center of it, it's just a circle pool that just goes that far.
That's... No.
How fucked up is
No.
that?
No.
You know, can you recover the body? Where is it? At the bottom. You know?
Yeah. It's
Ah.
just stuff like that that just absolutely terrifies
It's-
me. It's
Who would swim in something they can't see the bottom of? Like, I've been in, like, you know those diving pools where they got the giant diving boards for, like, Olympics and
Yeah.
stuff? And you look at them, and then you see the freaks down the bottom. And I swear to God, this guy was dead. He was lying on bottom of this pool.
Lol.
And I mean, and this is like a really deep pool. Like, I wouldn't ever dare to go this deep. And I could see the bottom, barely. And this guy's just lying there. And I'm like, and I come up to the surface. I'm like, I actually think someone's dead down there.
I think there's a
And then I see like a group of his buddies like going down and doing it with him. And I'm like,
Yeah.
he's been down there for more than a minute. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely
something's up. Do you think that happens? They're just at the
Yeah.
bottom of the pool and they just wait till the end of the day to get them out.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's messed up. Like, it's too dark, too
Yeah.
deep, and like, I've had a nightmare with it. It's like just getting dragged
terrifying.
down. Who would do that?
There's a lot of people that are like free divers that just sort of love that
And
stuff.
the pressure too. And the pressure still is
Oh,
the
God,
thing
yeah.
because it's in a hotel with a gazillion foot deep pool.
Pool, yeah.
And like people go to the bottom as a like holiday event.
Yeah. Well, there's like on the topic of deep dark things, Subnautica is just like an amazing game.
Oh yeah.
Like it's one of a kind. I mean, people probably already tried to make something that's similar to that, but
You
the
can't
atmosphere of
you
that
can't
game,
out pizza the
it's
heart
just-
kind of thing. It's just
yeah, exactly.
it's too
You
good.
just can't. Way too good. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're still waiting for. Like I played on PlayStation.
And I
Still
want
waiting for Sub-Zero.
multiplayer. Waiting for
Multiplayer
multiplayer,
as well.
just so you know. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
um,
but it's a good game.
it's-
and
it's so good. It like there's so many different fish you can explore and so many things you can see. Like it's
I mean,
fresh.
It's a whole new
It's
experience.
not a
Cardiac
bloody.
arrest.
I'm gonna run around with my gun in first person and kill everyone.
Yeah.
It's not a
like
save the
emotion
hero.
paralyzes
And it's not
animals.
a Conan Exiles or Ark game where you're barely making ends meet.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a game where you're going, 1,000 meters below deeper,
Yeah, like sea level, and you just
and you're
see
running
this
away
giant
from a
fish,
sea dragon.
and it's stuck like the atmosphere. How they make it is just like
It's
sound
terrifying.
is key.
Like,
sound, audio, anything.
this game could, there should be, like, a sub-category for horror games such as Subnautica and Minecraft.
Subnautica, Minecraft.
They just hit the dot with the whole. It's just the atmosphere these things create. And like we're in the future, we're like wanting more atmosphere. Like you see in Ready Player One, how they have like you can feel everything on you with those bodysuits.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I can feel the punch. It's like, no one wants that. I can feel the stabbing sensation in my arm. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got winded. Like, that will kill people. Someone will make that, put it out there, people will buy it, and get, like, proper hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel the burning sensation all over.
Yeah.
There's a lot wrong with it.
God. No.
Right.
God. A lot of topics.
A lot of topics. It's almost been an hour.
Shambles at the moment.
It
There's
is.
lots of things that
We're
we
not-
could talk about right now.
But we're gonna try and avoid it, just so.
Everybody knows it's there.
But we're just
Don't need
not
to.
gonna talk about it. It's not. We don't want it to be relevant, so we're not making it relevant. Currently, we are, but
Yeah.
shit. Well, it's been an hour. I think that's been a very
Well,
successful.
It's been like an hour and 20. 30
No,
minutes
it's
or
only been an hour. I got it
something.
here,
Wow.
but
Jeebus creepers.
it's been good.
That's been good.
I'm glad that
Good second
anyone's
podcast.
tuned in to listening to two
Well, we've had about
older
3 or 4 people.
teenagers'
Yeah, we've had about 3 or 4
opinions
people
on
join. That's
how to hold a lightsaber.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of fanboying about Star Wars.
Yeah,
Shitting
well,
yourself
we'll
on
try
Origins
to.
or nostalgia.
Yeah, well, we'll try to, get some good stories that we have and that other people have and
Yeah.
let you guys see it. But, yeah. Hopefully that was okay for our second one. We haven't done it for like almost a year now, so
Good.
bit
Yeah,
rusty,
nearly a year.
but
So we're trying to pick it back
I
up.
finally
Last
got
time was a lot
OBS
of
to
technical
work. It is just hell. OBS.
It's so annoying to use. Once you get used to it, it'll be nice to use, but
It will be.
I don't know. Just shambles to work around.
It is.
Anyway,
Thank you for tuning in to the Drop Bear
been,
podcast. It's been
it's
a
nice
pleasure.
and chill mellow here.
I'm
It's been a
Matt.
great time.
And that's Sam, and
I'm Sam.
hope you have a good one. I'll see you.
Oh, and happy Anzac Day.
Oh
everyone.
yeah, happy Anzac
you-
Day. Well, not happy. Remember your
Just-
Anzacs. Respect that.
It is.
Have
it's
a
happy.
minute silent.
You
No,
don't
it's
work.
not happy. It's just respect.
It's
Alright.
sad and it's happy.
Just
Okay.
respect.
We
Yeah.
can have a minute of silence. Right?
By stopping the stream. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.